Hello students, today we will discuss about a new chapter, that is sound. Sound is a form of energy. It is carried in the form of waves. Sound waves. Those waves are longitudinal waves. Necessary conditions to produce sound means how sound is produced. So sound is produced by the vibrating bodies. Vibration is to and fro motion of the particle about its mean position. So sound is basically produced by the vibrating bodies. Here in this slide also you can see the vibration of the membrane of the drum. When we hit the drum, membrane of the drum vibrates, producing sound. Same way, when we play a guitar, the string on it makes to and fro motion and produces sound. Third picture is of a tuning fork which is available in physics lab. Sound produced by the vibrating prongs of the tuning fork. This is how the tuning fork look like. This is a tuning fork and this is an instrument to study the vibration of the sound in the labs. These two are the prongs of the tuning fork. You can feel the vibration when you hit this tuning fork on a rubber pad. These two prongs vibrate. There are some musical instruments. So we can divide musical instruments into three categories, namely string instrument like sitar, tabla will be kept under next category, that is membrane instrument or the percussion instrument, and there are wind instrument like flute or the bansuri. So the musical instruments can be divided into three categories: membrane instrument, string instrument and wind instruments. As I told you, the sound is produced because the vibrating bodies produce sound. We can study this with the help of this slide also, and you can come to know about the sound produced in case of humans. In case of humans, sound is produced because of the larynx. Larynx is called voice box. There are two vocal cords inside the larynx. These two vocal cords vibrate when air enters these vocal cords. So this is how sound is produced in humans. Next topic is the characteristic of the sound waves. As I told you, sound is a form of energy and it moves in the form of a wave. That wave is longitudinal wave. Now let's study about the different characteristics of the sound. First characteristic of sound is loudness. It distinguishes between loud and feeble sound. Sound can be loud, it can be feeble or weak. It mainly depends upon the amplitude. So please students, try to remember that loudness depends upon the amplitude and pitch of the sound depends upon the frequency. Third quality or the characteristic of sound is timbre. Loudness mainly depends upon the amplitude. Other factors are the areas of the vibrating body and distance of the listener from the source of sound. If you see, as I told you, loudness depends upon the amplitude. What is amplitude? Amplitude is the maximum displacement from the mean position when the body is vibrating, because we have already discussed that the vibrating bodies produce sound. So if the body is vibrating, so the maximum displacement of the vibrating body from its mean position is known as amplitude. So higher the amplitude, higher will be the loudness. This is case A, this is case B. So in case B, there is more amplitude. Higher the amplitude, higher will be the loudness, or they are directly proportional to each other. Next quality is the pitch. It distinguishes between the flatter or the shriller sound. It mainly depends upon the frequency. High frequency means shrill sound. Low frequency means flat sound. You can see here in this picture, if there are frequency is high, number of vibration per second is high, then the pitch will be high, that is shrill sound will be produced. If the frequency is low, then flat sound will be produced. And the quality or timbre of the sound is also one of the characteristic of sound waves. It distinguishes one sound from other having the same loudness and pitch. Both the sound have different sound effects, you can see, in case of sitar and guitar. So this is how we distinguish between the two sounds. Next is the propagation of the sound. Sound propagates in the medium. It means sound needs a medium to travel. Propagation of sound needs a medium to travel. The speed of sound will be maximum in case of solid, then liquid, and least in the case of gases. Now, how the sound is propagated? The sound is a form of energy. It vibrates the particles of the medium. For example, if in this case it is air particles, these air particles, they start vibrating because sound is a form of energy. They also start vibrating when they come in contact with the vibrating body, and in this way they propagate, or the sound moves ahead, and from the source it reaches to the listener. Sometimes the particles of the air, they come closer, and sometimes during vibration on alternate basis they move apart. So there is compression and rarefaction alternatively, and this is how the sound propagates or travels. So what we have learned about different characteristics of the sound, that sound the loudness of the sound depends upon amplitude. The frequency of this, the pitch of the sound depends upon the frequency, and there is quality or the timbre of the sound, because of which we are able to distinguish between two sounds. Then we have studied that there is propagation of the sound, means sound travels, and a medium is required for the sound to travel, as we have read in case of light. On the contrary, just opposite, light does not need any medium to travel. But sound needs a medium to travel, and the speed of sound will be maximum in case of solid and least in case of air, that is gases. Thank you very much. Revise well.